Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode. So I am out here at the PixelArt area. I don't know if I showed this off before in an episode or if it was just in the live streams, but I actually made a nice long glass platform so that everybody else that can't fly can just do the warp pixel art. So if you do warp PI and then just tab complete, you'll end up here on this platform. You can come down here on the ladder and check this out. This is where I've been posting the maps. I did have one up there along the thing and one there along the ground, but it was putting like a little green arrow for a location of where another map was placed. So yeah, I'm just gonna have this one general map right here, and that way everybody can just walk along up here on this pixel art and check out all of the new stuff that I've been building. So just any second now, you'll start to see the brand new perfect circle pixel art that I made. I figured that would be a good time to make a new perfect circle pixel art because they put out a new album this week. So I figured this would be a good chance to talk about the album and everything like that, since the other channel is on an involuntary hiatus. So I figured I would go through each track. I've listened to it 4 or 5 times now. As I was building this pixel art, I listened to it like 2 times, so this pixel art took me about 2 hours. So we've actually heard like over half of this album already. We've gotten like 4 singles released, and then there was like 2 songs that we also got to hear when they played live on tour. So we've actually got to hear most of this album. So I was definitely confident going in buying this album. Actually went to a record store and bought it. It was like the day before record store day, but I went there and bought it. They told me it was the last CD copy that they had there. So I was definitely glad that I went in there on 420 and took the time to go grab their CD on release day. That was pretty cool. I've always loved Perfect Circle. They've always been a little bit more, vocally oriented. These songs are definitely reminiscent of a Perfect Circle. The first song starts out, like I say, very vocally oriented, very slow and melodic. That one is a little bit strange to enter in like that, but I guess they start out slow and finish off strong, that's for sure. So Eat the Elephant was a little bit calm and slow. Then they go into Disillusioned, which is one of the singles that we've already heard. I was a big fan of that one. Contrarian, I've heard a lot of people say online that that's one of their favorites, and I would definitely have to disagree. Then you got The Doomed. That was definitely one of my favorites. I would say I agree that that's the very first single that they released. That one is strong. That one is definitely reminiscent of Perfect Circle. It's got, a heavy sound, a heavy metal type of guitar, and then, you know what I mean, all the vocals and everything else mixed in with some slow melodic singing. You know what I mean? It's Maynard's voice is, like I've always said it, Maynard is the best male rock and roll singer alive. You may have some arguments about some singers that have passed on already, but I would still debate against that. So then from there we go So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, which is actually a reference to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, sort of. Funny story, my CD was not playing track 5. I listened to it like 3 times before I realized that song was not playing. So I had to actually go listen to it on YouTube. It's like, yep, no, I'm definitely not hearing that one, and I had to get another program set up to play it. But then we go into Talk Talk, which is actually my least favorite song on the album. Too many mentions of Jesus, and it's a little bit heavy-handed on the political nature of I don't know if you really listen to the lyrics. It's a little bit heavy-handed. But then we go into Buying Down the River, which is different than Buying Down. So this is basically a re-recording of an original song from Perfect Circle that I think they put on, basically it was their greatest hits CD. It was like the 360 CD, and they've had a live version, and I'm pretty sure it was a studio version that they already did. So it's strange that they redid it, and this one is the vocals are more prominent, and the music is a little bit, I don't know, faster, and For whatever reason, my first initial impression is that I don't like it as much. It used to be one of my favorite Perfect Circle songs. It's super emotional, but man, it's strange to hear a re-recording of it. That's strange for sure. Then you go into a few that haven't really struck a chord with me yet. Delicious is interesting because it's sort of like that sarcastic type of like, oh, this is awesome for all the rest of us that you fucked up. So it's sort of similar to, what is it, The Remedy on the latest Pussifer album as far as... Then we got DLB, which is actually just an instrumental, which is pretty cool. Then we start to finish off strong. Hourglass. I didn't realize until I heard the CD that that's one that we heard live. And that one played really, really strong when it was played live. So to hear it on the studio version is powerful. It is very powerful. That is one of my favorite, definitely top 5 for sure. Hourglass is really interesting. It started off, at first I remember saying when I was doing my concert review, I was like, at first it starts off strange, talking about Tokyo Kitties and stuff. It starts off all robotic and stuff. But then it comes in and really, really comes in heavy and finishes strong. Like I don't know, it's pretty, like the robotic theme comes in the whole song and everything like that. Then we got Feathers, which was also one of my favorites live. Is slightly less powerful in the studio version, but yeah, when I heard that live, I was a big, big fan of that one, and I wanted to hear it, like, be able to hear the lyrics and understand what he's talking about, and that is definitely a powerful, emotional song. It's definitely one of his best lyrical examples on this CD, for sure. And then it finishes with Get the Lead Out, which is one of the weirdest. It almost doesn't even fit. It seems, like everybody says, it seems a little more like a Pussifer song than a Perfect Circle song. But, oh man, I am a fan. That is definitely one of my favorites. I'm loving that one. I can listen to that one over and over and over. It's so weird. It's got a bunch of vocal effects. It like makes Maynard talk all low and stuff. Oh man, that is a cool song. And then it just kind of fades out from there. It just kind of slowly gets quieter and quieter and fades on out, and that's the end. But yeah, I definitely give this album 2 thumbs up. I'm a big, big fan of Perfect Circle. I kind of explored a Perfect Circle and Tool at the same time when I was in high school. It is cool to hear the band back together. I know it's not the original band. In fact, it's really only a couple of the original members, Maynard and Billy, actually, that's it. But I don't know, it's cool to hear them back together making music, and yeah, I'm a big, big fan. Right on, guys. Thanks for watching this episode. I know this isn't the greatest pixel art in the world, but I wanted to talk about the new album, and I figured this would be something cool to put on the wall and make for decorations. So it's definitely one of my favorite bands, so I figured I would put that up there. I'm definitely going to have some more epic pixel art coming up, so stay tuned for all that. That definitely does look pretty cool back here at this angle. It actually does form the 3D circle right here. That's cool. That's cool. So, yep. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. So, yeah, if you can kind of imagine, it's got a 3D circle. Actually, that's easy to imagine for me because my monitor has a bit of a shadow. So, if you stand at the right angle, it actually does have the shadow of a perfect circle. That's awesome. So, anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.